Hello everyone, I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about creating multi-page forms in business process management workflows. There may be situations where you have a single user that needs to put in a lot of information at a particular step in a process. Well, instead of getting them just one giant form to fill out all the information you need, why not break it down into more context sensitive subforms so that they could go through and fill out that information and feed it to them in more manageable chunks? Let's take a look at how that can be done. Now, at any step in a process, we can use a form to capture all the information we need. Now, if we ask a single user to fill in a very large form of information, that could be somewhat frustrating and probably reduce the performance of the user as well as the use of the workflow itself. A better approach might be to break up the form into manageable chunks and then categorize those different groups into areas so it's more manageable by the user as he's inputting the information. So we would take those forms and just break them over multiple steps. And the trick, of course, is make the system flow smoothly from step to step in the process. Now let's look at what that experience would look like in the system in the new travel checklist process. So the user starts the process and the first step brings up a form. He fills in the information in this situation. We're asking for games, etc. And the second step, we bring up a new form. And you notice it marches from step to step and form to form. And finally, we go to the last step in the form, and the system marches forth with that and requests some downloaded information. So the user captures that and moves forward. But as you can see, the system is moving fluidly from form to form in the process. So that completes the workflow. And the question, of course, is how do we do this? So let's take a look inside the system itself at the design, and we can see we have 3 steps across the system, and the key for each step is really one parameter, and that parameter is automatic opening. And what this does is the system will automatically move, if it's the same user, from one step to the next. And if we hover over that particular step, you can see if it's assigned to the same user, it will automatically open the interface for the use to that task. So the system will march from step to step to step. So this is a very easy capability to set up, and it lets you go in and divide your forms up into much more manageable content.
Thanks for watching. For questions, connect with us in the ENOVIA user community.